Beyond the personality, there is a dimension of audacity that is required for survival. No matter your personality types, there are just some things that you must learn and learn early in life. It's a matter of life and death sometimes to be able to speak up for yourself, to be able to say no. I hope you know that not everybody can do that. This is the reason why there are people in abusive relationships that somehow stay. I know there are a lot of psychological explanations for it, Stockholm syndrome or whatever it is, but believe you me, some people just haven't learned to stand up for themselves, speak up for themselves. It takes audacity to end a relationship that is not working. So now I'm not talking about, see, before we talk about being a success in life on account of audacity, let's talk about survivor. You're going to need this one. It's going to take audacity to learn to not be agreeable all the time. That people can just infringe on your personal space, infringe on your personal time, just tell you, oh, let's go to this place. And even if you didn't plan to go there, you find yourself there. You're going to get into a lot of trouble if that is you. And there are a lot of benefits to the way an African child is trained. I think that there are a lot of African cultures that if Europe should copy, Europe will be a better place. For instance, just one concept. This is not in my note, but I think it's worth saying. The concept of omugo is from heaven. If you're married and you've had children, you know the stress, postpartum depression, and all those things that you struggle with, just to have somebody to carry your child for a while whilst you sleep, just to catch a break, and someone trustworthy, someone as experienced as your mom, you know that if you survived, your child will be okay. You get what I'm saying? If you put that dynamic into many European marriages, the divorce rate will reduce. I'm telling you. So there are a lot of things we get right, and there are also a lot of things we get wrong. We are so big on disrespect, big on respect, that to avoid disrespect, we end up silencing the voice of young people. Don't ask too many questions. Don't ever challenge me. I think that one of the ways to train children to be a success in life, give them the opportunity to ask questions. In fact, one of the things I've decided to do, once my children get to the age of 12, and I learned this from a popular psychologist, once in a while I will sit with them and I will make an argument and they must disagree just for fun. I want them to get comfortable with it, because there are not so many people who know how to disagree. And it's not just, is it a fundamental human right, it's necessary for survival. Come on, are you getting what I'm saying? Now, this is important. Just to say, I don't agree with that. It's important. It's important for your peace. It's important for your sanity. The audacity to say, you know, all my friends are doing this, but I know it's not going to work for me. So I'm not going to do that. Now, that's audacity. Before we talk about setting up Fortune 500 companies, let's talk about survival. And this one you need. One thing that shocks me, for instance, and I promise you, almost every week I hear someone talk like this. I saw a vision. The Lord asked me to join your church, but I can't do it. What will people say? What will people say? Now, let me tell you something. And it works vice versa. Even for our church. If you have a conviction to leave, leave. One thing you must decide early is that you will not sacrifice your destiny to please people. It's a very important point right there. Even people who love you can be wrong. You know, I was 7 years ago, there were some things I could say in church and talk about my family with my full chest, just for the sake of illustration.